Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading for the 9th through the 15th. We do have a full moon in Sagittarius. I will have a separate reading up on the channel for that, if you're interested in the horoscope. All right, we have Salamander. Ouroboros, creative work, infinite wisdom, and alchemy. The snake eating its tail. So some kind of lesson resurfacing this week. It's funny when that happens and the universe does that. It is a way for us to alchemize our existence, but it is essentially almost like a, have you actually learned your lesson? Let me send it your way again. You know. Now the fact that it's creative work as well makes me wonder if this lesson is about your creativity, or if you're being asked to open up creatively in order to solve whatever this is. Love and light, act with care. Yeah, I feel like essentially what's happening this week, Taurus, is something is popping back up that has happened in the past. And it's coming back up because you have elevated yourself. You have gotten better. You've become better. You're a better person is basically what I want to say. You're a better person today than you were. And it's almost like in order for you to alchemize that inner self, you're being asked to act with love and light towards this situation, because it's maybe the situation isn't different, but you are different, okay? So, yeah, well, let's just keep going in, right? Taurus, 9th through the 15th, please. 9th through the 15th for Taurus. Okay. We have the Hanged Man. There it is again. That energy of completely shifted of a perspective, right? 6 of Swords, Queen of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, 5 of Wands, 10 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups. There's that labyrinth in your brain, Taurus. I think your mind has played tricks on you, has had control over you before. I really don't feel like this is current energy. I don't. I feel like you have experienced situations where you got caught up in the pain of it all. Like you got caught up in, and why wouldn't you, right? It was very painful. It made you very vulnerable. It was very confusing. It was very complicated, and it required you to shift your perspective. Now you have shifted your perspective. You have shifted completely, I think, how you think and your opinion and your viewpoints and your beliefs. And you're much more emotional now. You're much more like comfortable with your emotions. You wear that heart on your sleeve now. You just let everybody know how you feel, and it doesn't bother you like it used to, because I think that you used to want to analyze things. You used to want to put them in a perspective of just logic and reason. But now things have changed. Things have changed. You've changed, and I'm telling you, something's coming back. Something from the dead is coming back to life. Okay? How are you going to handle it? How are you going to battle it out? How are you going to deal with it? It's very conflicting. I think emotionally and mentally conflicting now that this is back. And that's why the guidance here is to act with love and light, to act with care. Remember, it is a fragile situation. It is complicated. And it makes your mind complicated. It makes you think things where you didn't think before. You know what I mean? Like it's yeah, it's like you totally think about it in a different way. It's almost like when someone, you know, at like 40 years old decides that they're going to be a vegetarian because they think about meat in a whole different way. It changes their entire lifestyle, right? It changes their entire beliefs, their whole system, whatever the case is. That's just one example. But it's like that. It's that influential. It affects your life that much. Hanged Man. And 7 of Swords, interesting. This is a lot of tough energy. It does almost feel like sabotage. I don't know if it's self-sabotage or if it's sabotage from other people, but whatever. I think that you have moved on, and I think the inner alchemy taking control here is almost like you emotionally having moved on and emotionally matured. You've emotionally healed. And, yeah, it's no longer something that you escape from. Like you face things with an open heart and an open mind, and you see the wisdom in it now. Nine of Wands. Man, I just feel like it's been a long journey. You know, a long journey of healing, a long journey of learning. If it does come back around, no, it's not an if. When it comes back around, it's, I think, the final nail in the coffin. Queen of Cups. Yeah, the Fool. Brand new beginning. Emotional new beginning. You're like a whole different person now. Emotionally, mentally, you're a whole different person. Ten of Swords. I know I keep saying it, but that's how this feels. Nine of Cups. Yeah, I think it's almost like you're happy that it happened to you. Like, you wouldn't be the person that you are today without this thing happening, without this thing. I think it taught you how to handle emotions. I don't know why this is such a strong message, but it is. Five of Wands. It opened you up emotionally. You felt raw emotions. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's what's changed. You now take life on in a very raw way. Like, you raw dog life, you know? Ace of Cups. What are you playing fire with? Maybe that's what it was. Maybe like you used to fight fire with fire. Now you're like, I fight fire with water, right? Instead of fighting passion. Well, passion's positive version of the element of fire, right? Creative, again, creativity, but now maybe you fight it with water, which means a more calm, serene emotion. Wheel of Fortune. So no more anger. It's like you don't match energies anymore. You used to match energies. You don't match energies anymore. You're like, you want to be in that energy? That's cool. You be in that energy. I don't want to be in that energy. It's not going to serve me. Yep. That's what it is. That's what it is. Black Newman. Shadow. I think you did a lot of shadow work here, Taurus. Is that what's going on? Have you done a lot of shadow work? Have you dealt with a lot of difficult trauma or difficult memories? Yeah. Look at spiritual understanding. Archangel Raziel. I'm bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. Yeah, I really think that you've kind of leveled up on your ascension path. And now you're using all that infinite wisdom that you've learned how to really, truly alchemize that inner self. I hope this helped. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.